Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Stefania. Thank you so much for finding me here. Hope you're all having a beautiful week, beautiful day, beautiful year. It's the end of 2025. Can you believe it? 2025 has been an extraordinary year, personally for me. A lot of change, a lot of twists and turns, a lot of extraordinary upheavals, pivots, revelations, healing. And so it is. And one thing I've been so incredibly busy with life and business and everything going on. I haven't had as much as I've tried to invest in keeping consistently investing in this YouTube channel and the social media channels as a whole. I heard as I was dropping in meditation with Spirit, I was hearing, try again. And so here we are. And I do feel like collectively 2025, not just for me, but I do feel collectively 2025 was I feel like there was a split. Now, I don't know, I could be speaking to, I don't know, the collective that I'm tapping into. I do feel like there was a lot of change for many, and I do feel like significantly that it was like the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, the end of the year. So I feel like that middle of the year, there was a turning point there that occurred for many people in terms of growth, transformation. This video it's timeless. So I'm just dropping in to connect with Spirit. What is Spirit wanting to teach us at this time for our highest and greatest good timeline? So when I drop in and I'm working with a client, I will always close my eyes. And I receive messages when my eyes are closed. I am a very visual person. I'm an artist. You can see all my art in the background there. Yes, I'm promoting my art. I just thought I heard my phone going off there. So I am a very visual person, but my psychic third eye is the muscle. It's like an energetic muscle port. It's very strong. And so I do like to close my eyes while I'm hearing someone speak to me, a client speak to me. I'm holding space when my eyes are closed. They're not always closed, but I do like to do that. Anyways, as I was dropping in for the collective, in fact, let us just drop in now. Let us just take a deep breath and hold this space and intention. What you need to know from the highest and greatest good, Spirit and creation of all that is, for your highest timeline of success, happiness, joy. What is it that you need to learn through this teaching today? And so it is. So let us just take a deep breath and know we asking Spirit to step forth, working through me for you, for your highest and greatest good, highest timeline of success. And so it is. So the first vision that I get actually for the collective is it's a vision of a massive Megatron. I don't even know if that's the correct word, like screen. And this screen is literally like set up through the center of the country. So I'm in the United States, so it's just, this is, collectively for the whole world, but the vision is this, it's this Megatron screen. And the screen is lit up. It's like this massive illuminated screen. And the screen is like from the earth all the way up into the ether. It's okay. So this is a massive screen, and there are millions, gazillions of little people looking up at the screen and falling into alignment like robots, listening to, following the direction of this Megatron screen. It almost looks like I'm looking into like a futuristic film or something. It's the funny, like I've never seen a vision like this. And I often do get visions that I have to decode. Sometimes they'll just say, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," like this is what it is, and I will hear stuff. But that's the vision that I'm getting, and I know, and I can feel what this is. So in the vision, the collective, the minions, let's call them, they're following each other. They're just like falling into alignment with this order. So there's this order occurring, and everybody's falling into alignment with this directive. But they're following into a space. The following isn't actually towards light, it's towards conditioning. It's towards, a pattern of thinking that isn't their own. So there's this whole message around this collective messaging is, I know it sounds kind of weird, just bear with me. So if you think about human beings as a whole, human beings are very, people follow. There's trends. People get locked into a belief system and follow along very easily, right? And that big screen represents, for me, intuitively and psychically, the media. It's like the media lens and what we're being fed through news, through social media, through like just being told like all these things. And so then I get this other vision of, it's almost like this, this utopian kind of universe. I don't even know if that's the right word. The other vision is this beautiful oasis of earth that is filled with it's just this beautiful vision of nature. And the people in this vision in nature, it's trees, water, birds, bliss, calm, quiet. It's thoughtful. It's a vibrancy that is so buoyant and beautiful. So I feel the message from Spirit coming in through this video today. It's not necessarily, maybe we will get a psychic prediction coming in, but as I channel the energy, this is a message specifically around, be careful what you're following. Be careful what you're listening to. Be careful how you're feeding your energy through media, social media, movies, etc. Like, for example, I am someone who cannot watch horror movies. I can't watch horror movies. I can't watch anything like that because I can feel it in the frequency. I can feel it in the energy. In fact, lately I've been really catching up on my reading because I'm an avid reader and I love to read, and I felt like I didn't read as much this year as I would in prior years, and so I've been catching up a lot of my reading. Although I will say that there was a show that I watched. It's called The Beast and Me, or The Beast in Me. It was with Claire Danes, and on Netflix recently, and it was good. It was very good, and I loved watching her. She's such a great actress, and I felt like it was so nice to see an actress who hasn't had any work done on her face. I just thought it was so refreshing, and she was so beautiful. But one thing I noticed, she was so good. She's so good in her character. I could feel the energy that she was emanating into the character, and it was coming off the screen, and I was like, ooh, I had to pace myself to watch that because it was an energy that I didn't like. It was making me feel a little like nervous. I'm very sensitive, obviously, but that being said, then this message collectively is, be careful what you follow, be careful what you're listening to, be careful what you watch, because there's gazillions of people getting caught up in conspiracy theories and information, and that's not real. That's not true. That's like, so there's a lot of stuff out there that we're being fed from a level of consciousness manipulation, etc. So what I was getting was this message. The other flip side of that message is there's this beautiful place of nature that is feeding us energy that is peaceful, blissful. It's connected. And so this is, quite literally spend more time in nature. The energy of nature is like it's an energy frequency of medicine, right? And it connects us to the creation of all that is, which is source, which is spirit. So when we just let go of all the noise and get quiet and get still, that is where we're able to truly connect with and be in that frequency that is our true source energy, our peace, our harmony, our intuition, our creative essence. And in that, we then can operate and make choices and decisions from a place that we are intuitively guided by. Okay. So that's coming in really strongly. Like I feel there's an intensification in the human collective on what we're being fed, what is truth, what is not truth, and that my truth is my truth as I connect with my source and my frequency and that spiritual connection to God. And in that, I make decisions that are based where I'm guided to make from my source, my intuition. So I encourage you. This message is really about what can we do better to better align ourselves with our highest timeline of success, joy, happiness for the upcoming year 2026, so that we're not following what we're being fed. Instead, we're following what we are birthing from within us, from source. What is in the one is in the whole. And so feeding that natural essence of beauty within us could be changing your routine, slowing down, noticing, moving, learning how to move energy through our bodies. I notice, I like to drop in and check in with my body to see where I'm holding energy. If I'm feeling tight or sore, I bring energy in through my breath, through the light, slowing down, listening. In fact, recently I got a message. I was feeling, there was a lot of stress in my life this year after the passing of my father. I had to do a lot of processing, a lot of emotional processing, obviously, with that. And I was having some issues with my health. And I asked Spirit, Spirit, what do I need to do? Like there's something going on here with my digestion, and I was feeling off. And when I meditated, I asked Spirit, do I need to add anything? What do I need to do? And I got quiet. The message came in, you need more fiber. It was very clear. And that was when I heard it. I was like, fiber. I'm like, oh, fiber. Okay. So I introduced a really great fiber supplement into my body, and by Melaleuca, although this is not a paid promotion, but really good supplement, and it's been really helping my system. And that was just one little thing, about listening to source, to spirit, and connecting. We all have the ability to connect with spirit, to our guides, and to our intuition. But we have to slow down in order to be able to connect and to follow our own intuitive guidance and all knowing. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was feeling. That's what I'm really getting for, and it's not too late. I just heard it's never too late. And I actually feel too like this is specifically a message for someone who wants to learn something new. So perhaps you're someone who always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And I'm laughing because I think that might Or perhaps you wanted to do more writing in your life, or you want to, whatever it is, that I'm getting, it's not too late. So there's something about that. Okay. So if you're feeling like, if you were feeling, came to this video and you're just like, what's this all about? I do feel like there's a message around, it's never too late. It's never too late. Okay. And I also feel too that it's so important to remember, to be reminded that we have to be careful what we speak. Be careful what we're speaking into the universe. Be careful what we're speaking about ourselves, because every word carries power. We know this. We know that's a thing. I have to say it. I got to remind you, changing that language around what you're speaking to yourself, because self-forgiveness, self-love, that's like one of the big things I see I see consistent themes in the work that I do in my private sessions. I see that one thing about learning how to forgive yourself and self-love, learning how to truly give yourself nurture, true nurture from a space that uplifts that inner child through play, through loving kindness towards yourself, right? So that's a theme that I've been seeing quite a bit lately. Letting go of old stories and old belief systems that hold you back from stepping into your highest timeline of success, attaching to a belief that you're not enough, a belief that you aren't worthy, a belief that you're too fat, too thin, you're never, whatever it is. It's like there's this, letting go and shifting the surface level of your thinking into that space that is of the higher mind, which is that vision of the universe, where there's beautiful plants and flowers. I mean, we can't spend all our time in nature, but we can learn how to slow down and nurture ourselves in ways where we feel more peaceful. So however that resonates for you. For me, I love to paint. I write. I do spend time in nature to slow down. I'm very careful with feeding my body, being intentional with myself, taking care of myself. And so, yeah, it's like really, truly beating to your own drum. The drum that is spirit, the drum that is the call of the wild nature, beautiful, gorgeous goddess, God that you are, and being in alignment with that, okay? Spirit animals, I love working with spirit animals. As I lift the deck up, there's the buffalo. The abundant universe will provide. And that's not just about money, that's about love. And I was just saying, I was really tapping into that vision about that a bountiful nature that is providing us with everything we need. Meaning that, again, I'm not saying like you have to spend all your days in nature. I'm talking about connecting to what makes you feel peaceful, blissful, creative, intentional. You may catch something in the news, but let it go. Don't spend all your time getting sucked into stories that aren't even real, All right, message from our spirit animals. I love to work with animal energy, spirit animal energy. I'm very, very connected to the realm of spirit medicine and animal medicine. And also, too, animals are they're very intuitive, very connected. They're not complicated from the surface level of their thinking like humans are. And so I'm going to use some spirit animal messages for us as we wrap up teaching from spirit on this beautiful day for our highest and greatest good. And let us just see what our spirit animals have to say for us just now. Time for beginner mind. I feel like that aligns with everything that I've just been tapping into psychically and channeling. That you don't want to follow what you're being told, what we're being fed. You want to open yourself to the great creation of all that is time for beginner mind. In fact, that, like Jesus always said, learn from the little children. Why did he say that? He said that because children are they're more connected to their spiritual energy, their intuition, and they're connected to play. They're present to the presence. And in that present to the presence, you see things from a beginner mind, and you're open to listening to your intuition, that beautiful intuitive nature that is playful, so you're guided by that, not by the old stories and the conditioning of your mind. Now is a lucky time. Oh, I love that. See, I feel like this is, as you let go of the overthinking and the following and the media, you open yourself to your spiritual mind and your spiritual energy, time for beginner mind. You create opportunities and synchronicities. So this is also like my sign, like luck and synchronicity for me are one and the same. So I feel like there is something there around opportunities and synchronicity coming up for us all. Okay, as we follow the signs. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. All right, one more message, spirit, for our highest and greatest good, helping us step into our highest timeline of success, happiness, and joy. What do they need to hear? Our beautiful spirit animals. Also, these are by the way, my blessing over here. These ones here, the blessing series paintings that I just did for the holidays. So if you'd like to purchase or connect with that work, those little portals of winter light, please feel free to reach out. Check out the link below. And if you'd like to book a session with me, highest timeline session, a soul success session, please click the link below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm so grateful. And it is my intention to share the channel messages with spiritual teachings for all of you for 2026, so that we can all step into our highest timeline of success, happiness, joy, abundance. And so it is. All right, last message from spirit, our spirit animals. You can't really see that, but that is a little spiritual deer, spiritual stag. There you go. Spiritual stag. Lead, gently lead. You are a gentle leader. You are a gentle leader. All right, last message for our spirit animals, for our highest and greatest good. What do we need to hear? Oh, there is always enough, koi spirit. Yes, there is. Connect with nature. Connect with clear out the clutter. I just parted the deck there and I saw that clear out the clutter for a rebirth is assured. So detach. Take some time, if you can, at the end of the year. Let go, detach from media, detach from just chronic, there's this big, remember the vision at the beginning is this big energy of, we're just completely being bombarded by news and all of this programming. Let's create your own program from the higher mind, from the higher creation of source and all that is, and so it is. All right, I am sending you so much love and light, wishing you a beautiful, blessed the rest of your day, rest of your year, and I'll connect with you again soon. Namaste.